Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Folked. Cheers. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Folked, a casual listening podcast anchored in our love of folk music, but with enough slack in the lines to take you into our worlds of Berlin, Limerick, and beyond. My name is Andrew.
Correct me if I'm. Did you just cut me off with the repeat of the jingle? Is that going to be the podcast? Is that the whole podcast? Is that the end of the podcast?
I realized it was quite low, so because of this wonderful program we use, when you try to turn it up mid thing, it cuts the thing. So I had to hold the volume the whole time, and then when I let go of the button, it decided to play it again.
I thought
nothing
you were
personal,
going for
nothing
a super short episode. Just the intro, just your explanation. Then sign out.
Go on.
Yeah, welcome.
Do your thing.
His name is Andrew. My name is Edward. You can catch this in this what's this thing called again? What that we do? Podcast. You can catch it on Substack, our spiritual home, possibly in many ways our main home. And you can subscribe to us there, help out the podcast in that way. And you can also catch us on Spotify and Voice Went a Bit Weird there, and Apple Podcasts. And you can also watch us on YouTube. Andy did his whole intro in one breath, so I'm going to try and do the same things. So you can also befriend us on Facebook and catch us on Instagram. Not that we really do a whole pile there at the moment. That's down to me. I'm really sorry, Andy. Hit that jingle button one more time.
Well, how are you, man?
Good. I got a giant bottle of Heineken.
Notice that, yeah. It's not a trick of the camera.
No, it's not the Super HD being like trick of the eye. I had one of these before a couple of weeks ago, and there was a second one there. They're meant to be, I said on that podcast, they're meant to be for sharing, but these are just lying around the fridge and taking up space, and I can't have that. So in order to make food and room in the fridge for food for my children, I decided to drink this tonight.
I do it for you kids. I fucking do it for you. I don't fucking want to fucking putting bread on the table.
I don't even like this. I don't even like pure malt lager, whatever that is. But I'll drink it for them.
Yeah, if it's cold, it's fine. As we found out, a nice cold Sternberg in Berlin goes down smooth, but even slightly warm, and you are drinking God's piss. Which is probably nice, actually. Probably all right.
Like you could lap something up from a puddle in Berlin, and it would probably be nicer than a warm malt beer.
It would be hard to decipher what a person is trying to say about it tastes like God's piss. You know, it's hard to tell whether you're trying to be a positive or is this a good thing or a bad thing.
Wouldn't
it's
the
like
masses
the Lord himself pissed in my own mouth and.
You have to like it. You have to like it. Wouldn't the services be a lot more different if instead of like the blood of Christ, it was the piss of Christ?
The piss of Christ.
It's no weirder though. I mean, we're drinking his blood. That's okay, but the piss is taboo. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't touch the bread. Do not touch. That's not bread. They're those nuggets.
Just a whole other spin. I mean, a parallel universe. Maybe that is the case.
Yeah.
Never know. Do you believe in parallel universes?
Infinite
timelines.
I don't know enough about it all. I haven't watched enough. I like it, and I don't know. No, probably not. No, I would say I don't. I believe in this one.
I feel like it's something that is said that, like, let's say. Like some physicist or something will say something along the lines of, yeah, it's theoretically possible, and then that is just blown out of all proportion and by some people, and they just really take it on board, and they just go, well, I mean, in another universe, I'm probably like, drinking the piss of Jesus Christ. That's how far people can take things sometimes. But I have no evidence or examples to back any of that up. So,
Do you like that part of man? Lift up your hearts, raise them to the Lord. Open your mouth, raise it up to the Lord,
and gargle.
Let us gargle.
And then, it
is right to give piss and praise. It is right to drink piss and praise.
And then instead of shaking hands, you have to turn to the side and just spit all the piss in the person's face that you want to peace be with you.
And also with you, and it's just like you have to try and grab. Oh, this is getting really revolting now, but you have to catch it and fire it back.
Yeah,
and then it's like,
and you spit it out, and you don't say peace be with you, you say piss be with you. And also with you, and they spit it back at you as much as they can. I feel like, as entertaining as all this is, I think it's a bit of a cul-de-sac actually, this one.
We've gone.
Should we do a 3-point turn? Bring the car back out?
How's your week been?
It's grand, but I was blown away when during my driving lessons, I was informed by my instructor many years ago. They said, 3-point turn, it can be as many points as you want. It doesn't have to be 3-point turn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I think maybe they watered down the rules, and somebody who did their driving test in the 80s or 90s, they'd be looking at that going, oh, sure, anyone can drive now. They'll let anyone drive now. Mm-hmm. They can do a 5-point turn. It used to be a 3-point turn. And they just look down their noses at us. Yeah. 5-pointers.
Did you pass your test in the first go?
I did. I passed it in the first go, but I had to cancel it twice. Once because I sprained my ankle, and another because I was coming back from one of those music festivals, and it was the Monday after. So that would have been a fail. And illegal, probably.
Yeah.
So you?
Third time.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. Yeah. Remember the second time nearly crashing? Oh, this is what I was talking to someone on the way home. It's it's interesting in Ireland. It probably was never the rule, and then if you had crashed, you were probably fucked. But we were all driving, even though we hadn't full license. I remember driving to Nina by myself for my driving test, failing my driving test, and then getting back in the car and then driving myself home again. It seemed a bit kind of ridiculous when I look back at it. And I was only talking about it because we passed a road where I was I remember driving on the straight and just screaming at the fucking wheel, going, fuck, back in the wheel, nearly fucking crashing the car then. And having a moment to collect myself then.
The way it was your first provisional, you were supposed to have a person with a full license with you. But then and that first provisional lasted for a certain amount of time, like a year or 2 years or something. And then after that, you did the next provisional license. If you still hadn't passed your test, you could drive by yourself if it wasn't your first provisional.
It's just so stupid.
You're
not good enough to pass your test, but go on.
Sure. Away you go. Sure, you have to get to the pub somehow.
You do.
Do you know?
Well, we were collecting our fathers. Well, that was the logic behind it.
But there was another weird thing that it did, and maybe we mentioned this on the podcast before. But remember, the waiting list got so unmanageably large that it just said, "Okay, anyone who's applied, here's your license."
Yeah. I remember that. That was probably our parents' time, wasn't it?
That was our parents' time.
I can't remember if one of my parents.
No,
got it.
Neither can I. But I know my parents got one of my parents. Outing them now. That's how they got their license. Well, it's only one of mine. I'm not saying which one. Protect their anonymity. I know a person who failed their test 6 times or 7 times. I know another person who punched the steering wheel and set off the airbag after they were told that they were failed.
Wow.
I know another person who failed their reversing around the corner because they opened the door and looked instead of using the mirrors. There's so many beautiful stories of the test.
That's a brilliant one.
Isn't it? It's so great.
Opening the door.
Yeah, just looking out the
clearly
side
had
of the car.
done no lessons or no practice lessons with any qualified person if they decided this is the way to go.
No, I think this person was a farmer and like was probably driving since they were 14, driving tractors and driving machinery and probably cars, and so was supremely confident going in. And apparently, you're not allowed to open your door to look behind you.
Why?
Going backwards.
Why? What was it? That's such a weird habit to develop. And not just look out the window or mirrors, but like open the door. It's just a whole another level of complication when you're trying to do it.
Isn't it? Like you're okay, you're taking your hand off the steering wheel, first of all, which I think is a no-no unless like you're changing gears or something. But like you've got your hand on the door and like then you just got your head stuck out the side of the car, like, brilliant. Mm-hmm. And now he executed the turn perfectly, but failed on the spirit of the thing, I suppose you might say.
Yeah. Technicality. Fucking technicality. Got me. Yeah, I don't remember what I failed on. I can't remember. I think it was. I think I can remember at like some point of driving back into the test center and just like knowing I had failed and just doing loads of shit wrong because I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just like, this is done. This is done.
Yeah,
and, yeah. I can't remember. No.
Just a massive, disgusting, smelly fart. Just hotbox the tester. Let me out. No.
Piss be with you. Just sitting there in his car.
My week was fine, but before we get into weeks and stuff like that, I'm going to finish off the housekeeping from last week because we never got to finish it, Andy.
Oh, did we not?
No, because my mic went weird for some reason. We still don't know why.
Did you listen?
So
back?
I just got
Did
a couple
it show
of
up on the episode. You said it wouldn't.
I don't know. I didn't get to that point in the episode yet, actually.
Okay.
So
right. Cool.
Neither of us did, obviously.
Well, you know my rule. Never
fire and forget.
Never look back. No rear view mirrors. I don't use rear view mirrors. I don't even open the door. I just go backwards without looking.
There are no doors. You were born in this vehicle, Andy. Going forward. Forward always.
What did we do wrong, or what did you need to fix?
Well, okay. I said Borstal Boy was written in 1943, but it was actually written in 1958. Borstal Boy by Dominic Beehan, about his time being incarcerated in that young offenders prison. Did you ever read that book, Borstal Boy?
No.
It's very good. It's worth a read. Anyway, yeah, he was sent to Borstal in 1939. At that time, he was a member of the IRA, which was illegal in Ireland, but I think he was caught smuggling like the makings of a bomb over to England. So he was in prison for that as a minor. I think they used to send like minors over just because the law would be easier on them. I think he only got a few years for that. And the song of Avondale, we were talking about the lyrics of that song, and we couldn't really kind of work out the analogy with Judas and the 30 pieces of silver. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just I've got this little blurb. I think it's from Wikipedia. The song Avondale was written by Irish songwriter and writer Dominic Beehan, and that's how we got talking about the Beehans. He lived between 1928 to 1989. He was Brendan Beehan's brother, and the song is a tribute to Charles Stewart Parnell, as we knew, who was a prominent 19th century Irish nationalist politician, and refers to him as Avondale's proud eagle. Beehan's song is set to the tune of an older folk song, The Orange Maid of Sligo. And I didn't actually write down the thing about the analogy. So tune in next week when I copy and paste that from the internet. I thought I had that. Oh well. So then my next thing was Dominic Beehan, because we were I said I'd do the guy a bit more justice, So Dominic Beehan, he has an impressive list of songs to his name. Building Up and Tearing England Down. Have you heard of that one?
No. Had you heard of it before this?
Yeah, I have. Come Out Ye Black and Tans.
Yep.
Which is a weird song, actually. I mean, I'm sure I've sang it on nights out, or sang along to it on nights out. or at least dance to it, or punch my fist into the air, or something
Tell
like that.
your wife how you met something down in Flanders.
Tell your wife how you won medals down in Flanders, or show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders.
Oh,
I think is the line after
Tell her
that.
how's the IRA. Make
I
you
don't,
run.
is it show or tell? Show and tell. You can do either. Why are they boxing in the soldier? Like, let him either show or tell. Do you know what I mean? Just let him express themselves, the English soldiers. Like, they can do whatever way they want. They can show their wife or tell their wife, whichever they want. So yeah, I can watch you back in hands. But it is a weird song, isn't it? It's like the wording of it. Especially the way it's sung. It's sung in a real like I don't know, what would you say? Like almost as a substitute for the action itself, you know, as in like if I hear people singing this song, it's like I don't think I've ever heard like a fighter sing this song. You know what I mean?
Really? I know. I don't understand what you mean.
I don't know. I think
that
like
to me is nothing but a Wolf Tones type. Like everyone, almost like hand on the heart. We're gonna get them.
But in a kind of when I've seen it song, it's always like drunkenness is the prevailing emotion.
Come out,
No, it's definitely the opposite of that.
Come and fight me like a man.
I think the first verse is "Come out and fight me like your mam." They have a dig at their mothers and everything. It gets dark. Anyway, next song, Connolly Will Be There. I don't know that one. Dicey Riley, we know that one.
I do know Dicey Riley. Yes.
Hand Me Down. Yeah. Hand Me Down Me Petticoat.
Oh, don't know it.
Do you know what a petticoat is?
Isn't that the thing that goes underneath a dress?
I think so.
Like the second level, kind of like the under dress thing.
Yeah.
Level 2. That's what's the second base. 2. Second base is when you got to the petticoat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, back in the day, I think if you saw a lady in her petticoat, that was pretty serious.
Nice.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Liverpool Lou. Do you know Liverpool Lou?
I do.
I never heard that either.
Liverpool Lou. I think my father sings it. Why don't you behave like the other girls do? Why does my poor heart keep following you? Stay home and love me, my Liverpool Lou.
Oh, wow. Nice. Very nice rendition, Andrew. Maloney Wants a Drink.
Maloney wants a drink. Someone just shouted that at one stage.
Yeah.
Got thrown. Maloney wants a drink. You know what? That's a beautiful fucking song.
Being for a song.
His brother's a poet, you know. You can tell.
Do you ever hear things like that and go, that would be a cool band name, or that would be a cool song? Actually, I know you do, because you say it happens often. I think you say stuff. I heard something today. I heard girls saying something today, and they said they were in character in a game that they were playing, and they said We Kill Mermaids. And I thought that's a cool name for a band. We Kill Mermaids. Isn't that?
Great name. We Kill Mermaids.
Yeah, I like it. McAlpine's Fusiliers. I mean,
wow. Didn't know that. There you go. It's my ignorance to singing a song so many years and not knowing.
Yeah. The Merry Plowboy. I don't know how it goes, but I've definitely heard of it.
Goes, but yeah, it's the kind of song you see in songbooks all the time.
Yes, that's it. So that's exactly where I've seen it. Is in a songbook. Our Last Hope.
Our Last Hope.
I think that's what they call the garment under the petticoat.
It's like Star Wars. Was that part of the Star Wars? He write for Star Wars? The New Hope is the Last Hope.
Yeah, but from the Empire's side of it, though, he called, you know, he was one of the baddies. Paddy on the Road. I don't know that one. The Patriot Game. I know the Patriot Game.
I feel like if he sang that one now, that would be one I would know.
The Sea Around Us.
No.
And Take It Down from the Mast.
Take It Down from the Mast. No.
I presume that's about Union Jack.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So
Now,
he was definitely a staunch IRA Republican.
yeah, big time. Yeah, the whole family was.
Mm.
And do you know what? I've actually kind of redeemed myself a little bit here because I have my next one, which I didn't read it up like a couple of minutes ago. The lyrics of Avondale is my next thing, and it's the song describes how I just didn't have these laid out logically, so that's what's messing myself up. So the lyrics of that song, Avondale, describes how the beautiful land of Avondale nursed in inverted commas for some reason Parnell, but cursed in inverted commas the land that betrayed him, a direct reference to the betrayal of Parnell's cause and the weakening of Irish nationalism. I guess, you know, when the story about his extramarital affair came out, he was abandoned by other politicians and stuff like that, and people and the Catholic Church. I'd say that's what that's in reference to. So there you go. I think we cracked it.
Nice. Thanks very much, Ed, for that.
I have one more. Remember you said you were up in Yeats's country?
Yes.
And then you said out of nowhere, you said, what was the name of the woman he loved there again?
Yeah.
Well, and I didn't know. So I got a bit on that. So the woman that W.B. Yeats loved her name was Maud Gonne.
Maud Gonne, yes.
Was that who you were thinking?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
And like,
no, I forgot it was Gone, but I knew it was a name. But no, why my Countess Markovich is in my head for some reason. Is that a completely other thing that I'm thinking of now?
Well, I wasn't Countess Markovich. She was a member of the IRA during the War of Independence, no?
Maybe that's what I'm getting. Okay, maybe I'm getting crossed over with just kind of the Beehan thing and republicanism, and for some reason I thought that was. Oh wait, no.
Well, I'll read you what I have while you're Googling in read time there. She was a prominent Irish nationalist and activist as well, who inspired much of his poetry. So there is a bit of a kind of, what would you call it? Stuff in common there. So a bit weird. Yeats first met Gone in 1889 and was deeply infatuated with her, though she never fully reciprocated his romantic feelings. Which it's got to be a blow, you know. I mean, like if you're Yeats, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But was Yeats recognized as Yeats in his time? Do you know, by his contemporaries, or was it in posterity? Like,
not sure.
Okay. I mean, so yeah, she never. So their relationship was complex, and Yeats also proposed to her daughter. The only thing weirder than that sentence is the daughter's name. I'll spell it. It's Iseult. Iseult. Iseult.
Iseult.
Iseult Gone. I mean, that's some part of him was like, "Oh, fuck you!" So you fucking rejected me. I'll show you what's what.
That's what's the song called? Sally Brown. That's what happens in Sally Brown, isn't it? Sally wouldn't marry, so I shipped across the water. Hey, now I'm courting Sally's daughter. Hey, roll and go.
You're right.
You go.
Anyway, he proposed to her, but she didn't like him either. And so he eventually married a lady called Georgie Hyde Lees. I mean, gotta be awesome being Georgie Hyde Lee, third in the fucking pecking order, you know. But Yeats,
he eventually married.
yeah. All right, who's next? Who do I get to look at next? But even after that marriage, he said Yeats described his first meeting with Gone in 1889 as the day the troubling of my life began. He remained devoted to her, and she was a lifelong friend and muse. Hardcore friend zone. There, that was now. To be fair, and that's it. That was what I didn't get to finish last week. But in fairness, there was a fair bit there. You know, like there was a thick broth of ignorance.
There was a thick broth of ignorance. Lucky I was able to fill it with some essential thigh dream content.
I forgot about the thigh. I forgot about the dream thing. Sorry, man. I wasn't making notes of my dreams at all.
No. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no worries at all. Just quick one on Countess Markovich. She was not She was not anything with Yeats. She was just the first woman ever elected to Westminster Parliament, but refused to take her seat and was the first to be elected to serve in Dáil Éireann. So I think, yeah, she was part of that whole kind of. She was British, but sympathised with the Irish movement. Obviously, yeah, I kind of have some memory of that happening.
She was also Yeats's fourth choice if it didn't work out with one of these.
She was ugly.
So just, dodged a bullet there, Countess.
And this is what is the phrase? And finally, he married. Last but not least.
Like, there's a cool picture of Countess Markievicz actually in her military uniform holding like a pistol. And it's so funny. Like, it's such a weird, because it's such a pose, but it's not like a practical pose. She's just sitting, lying across a kind of like a settee or like one of those. If you were to like build a set for a movie build a movie set for a movie based or set in Rome, and you want to put somebody sitting on a thing eating grapes. It was one of those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she's on it with like a gun, and she's just pointing off, to the side with her like full dress uniform, and it's just so funny. Like why?
Yeah.
Why that pose? Such a casual. Like, what are we going for here? What's the artistic direction?
Yeah. I think it was probably a Maxim FHM magazine back then that everyone was like, let's get Markievicz in a sexy gun pose on the chaise longue. The chaise longue. The chaise longue. Chaise longue. Chaise longue. Do you have a chaise longue in your house?
A chaise longue? No, with a chaise. With a chaise short. Boom.
Shea Quigley. What do you call it? Yeah, I remember we had a chaise longue, but it was always funny trying to. Yeah, it's just a cow. It's just what I imagined that you were talking about there with Countess Markievicz being able to like. I think it had an arm on one side and then like a back and then nothing on the other side. So
that's
it was
right.
kind of you were able to stretch your legs along one side of it. I used it for the exact same reasons as Countess Markievicz did. Like it was a lot of my childhood poses. Confirmation, communion, all done on the chaise longue.
Fun to say though. Very fun to say.
The chaise
longue.
What
does that mean? What does that mean in French? I presume it's French.
Oh,
chaise longue.
Well, they're mark that for ignorance. We'll get back to it.
Okay. Did you do French?
I did. I was actually talking to a French person this week, and I can't help but out myself. Because like I was speaking English, and then she was like, she was kind of saying, "Oh, can we speak German?" I was like, your English is pretty good. Yeah. And then
why?
But then just to somehow make it worse, then I was like, I took French for 7 years. So there is no end to my ignorance, especially with language, at least. Anyways, with many things actually. What am I saying? Just language.
You're not a language guy. You're not a language guy, Andy. You've got many other feathers in your cap, but not language. That's all it is.
Not language. Not language. Language ain't one of them.
No, basketball. That's one of your feathers.
God, basketball, fucking crushing it. I'm crushing my kids. I've come up with a perfect game. It's called Level Up. We've come where it's like, it's a lot of fun. My 7-year-old has a chance to beat us all. Like it's like when you beat someone once, then it gets harder for that person. So after a while, he gets to kind of get to something where we're all just racing, trying to beat us. I can't even begin to describe how enjoyable it is. Running up and down.
Did you just come up with the game yourself?
We kind of build it. It's kind of my older son and we're just like, he's going to be a bit like me, I think, and it's going to be I'll come up with an idea for a game and he'll be like, yeah, but we should do it like just he'll want to fine tune it one direction and I'll fine tune it back a different direction, but he'll want to and it suddenly becomes this battle of who's the last person to comment on how the game is going to play out. And ultimately I'm just getting really irritated because my ideas are obviously better than his. And so
it sounds awesome for anyone else that's around there trying to play the game also.
A guy came in today. His name was Daniel from Hamburg. Grew up in his family are from Texas. He just asked could he join us, so he played it in a little. He actually played that game that you played out at Bump Out.
Bump Out was great.
Yeah. So he joined us for a game. But Yeah. Many feathers in my bow. That and what else?
I never spoke
Many.
to you about that bump out game that we played actually, which was quite competitive actually. It kind of turned competitive, and I feel you slipped into mind game Andy mind game mode where you were like, I have to bring Ed down a peg or two when you started touching me on the ass with the basketball. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but
No,
no.
really, you don't remember that, Andy?
Well, maybe I remember.
Interesting.
Yeah, there can be gamesmanship, but there's not. Hey, I wasn't physically touching you.
Well, like,
Uh,
you know what I mean? Like, but
I
with the
kind of it does
basketball,
count as physically touching you, I guess, when I'm touching you with a basketball. It's not.
but I loved how you played it off at the time. You're like, oh, is that not what we're meant to tell someone behind you that you're ready? That's how you tell. It's like, Andy, you didn't do that up until this point. We've been playing for the last 20 minutes, and it's only now when I've won a few games you're starting to do that. So,
Yeah. Well,
I think you should just own up to it now, Andy. Just.
I'm sorry, Ed. Jesus
And
Christ! Fucking
you
apologize to
said it to
everyone.
your you said it to your son as well. You were like, no, you looked at him for back. You're like, that's not how that's how you tell people in front of you that you're ready, right? That's how you do it. And he was like, not. He gave such a non-committal answer. It was really funny.
Yeah, well, he's caught between the truth and his father. He's like,
Yes,
who do
yes.
I honor? Honor
Mm.
thy father. Thy father. There we go. Dropped another fucking consonant there. Honor thy father.
Very good. It's a great game. They'll bump out. Is
Yeah.
that an existing game? If people were to
Oh
look up
yeah,
bump out, will they
yeah,
understand?
we play that
Find
down
it?
in his club, like when there's this kind of whole club night where everyone, parents and all go down and play games, and then there's a massive game of bump out with like 150 people, and it
Wow.
just goes on forever, and there's like queues, and you're just kind of waiting for your turn. Eventually, gets whittled down to just the final five,
Yeah.
and then the final one.
Is it always played with two balls?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like because okay, the basic premise of the game is you're all standing in a line, let's say, essentially ready to take a free throw, and you take your free throw, and if you score your free throw, that's fine. You just go, you get the ball as quickly as you can, you pass it back to the person not behind you, but behind that person. Make sure they have the ball. But as soon as you take your throw, um, if you miss, the next person gets to take their throw, and if they get the ball into the basket before you, sorry, you've missed, right? So now you have to get the ball into the basket just as soon as you can. So you have to go run and get the ball, get into the basket before the next person scores their basket by taking their free throw. And if you score, you pass it back to the third person in line, and then they now have to try and get it for the second person. Isn't that basically it?
that's basically it. Yeah.
And it's a
I
lot of
think
fun.
everyone's got it. I think
Yeah.
everyone has it now.
Do you
I
think
think
so? You're being sarcastic, obviously. Yeah, I didn't explain it very well, so obviously.
no, I just, is when you're trying to, because I'm imagining trying to explain a game on radio
Yeah.
to people.
Chess. Next week we're going to cover chess. For anyone who doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah. Oh man,
It's fun. That's
it
my
is.
point.
It is a cracking game. It is. Actually, probably yeah. I'll be going to hit the flea market tomorrow though. No basketball
Oh,
tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to get down early and
I'll get a hat.
stick up a little table and sell some wares. Go down to the cellar
Ah,
and pull some shit up out of the cellar and spend a day just hawking twang,
Hawking wares.
hawking wares.
Um,
Yeah.
what are you going to sell, Andy? What's on the docket?
I always fucking do this, but then I forget what I have. I feel like I have stuff that's valuable. I have a Harley
This
Davidson
this
lighter that I'm
that'll
hoping,
definitely sell.
yeah, that should sell. But like I looked up online, it's like it's fetching. Well, it's not fetching. It's eBay. eBayers have it up for like €100.
Hmm.
So I'd like, yeah, because like it's a Zippo original Harley Davidson lighter. I don't know where I got it. I think I was telling you about it last week, wasn't I? I was, yes. I
You
was
did.
telling you.
You
So I might
mentioned
try
it,
and
but
sell that. I think that a lot of the kids' shit, like games and board games, I think we're just going to try and sell. And I definitely have stuff. I have a buggy. I have a child's buggy, and we have some bikes. They're all like everything's shit though. So I don't know if anyone's going to buy it. Brought my bike to get fixed today. Yesterday, no, today, no, yes. Was it? yesterday. Brought my
Okay.
bike to get fixed yesterday. Back wheel's kind of wobbly. Had a little bit of an accident there a few weeks ago, and what do you call it?
5 kebabs.
When I was cycling then just back from work the other day, or just yesterday or the day before, and you know you're cycling along, and next thing I hear is like, bing, and it was like a spoke just went boom off to once. And the back wheel was a bit warped, so I guess the pressure was getting mounting between my weight and a big heavy bag. And then so I took it to the bike shop, and they quoted me today. What you think? Get a bike fixed.
It's just the wheel, right?
Fix my bike. Well, you bring it in. It's like everywhere. You can bring your car into the mechanic. Yeah, I'll look at the thing that's a problem with the bike, the car, but it's my duty to check the bike because I
Oh,
can't send this out not roadworthy. At least in Germany. I don't know if it's the same in Ireland for bikes. I don't even know if that's a rule in Ireland.
I
Like with
doubt
a
it very
car, if you
much.
bring a car in, are you allowed to? Is it a mechanic allowed to let that car back out if it's not roadworthy
Uh,
in some other area?
I don't know. I mean, I think so. Yes. I mean, it's not incumbent on them.
They
I
just
don't
fix
think
the
so.
problem that you registered. And if they want
Exactly.
to upsell you some like new wiper blades, then
Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah. Now, again, do you know what? Maybe there is a law there that they aren't supposed to, but I mean, it's unenforceable, and nobody would voluntarily
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
adhere to it. So I'm just going to go with maybe there's a law on the docket or on the docket. That's my second time using the word docket. Maybe there's a law on the books, but nobody adheres to it. I would say
How much you think to fix my bike?
£100.
No, 400.
Come on,
400 euros. Yeah.
come
In
on.
fairness, I bought the same place I bought the bike. So I bought the bike like I found the receipt there today. It was like 12 years ago. No, 11 years ago I bought the bike. Which is a fair amount of time, and like, but I think I have a psyche with bikes is that like, well, the bike's gonna last forever. I don't
Yeah.
I don't need to ever do anything again. Bike will last me forever. But like, I guess they're not made like they're made from aluminium. They're not made, or parts of them were made from aluminium, whereas made back in the day, everything was made out of steel or some
Mm.
sort of harder metal that maybe was longer lasting. But
But
he
what's
warned me not to cycle the bike. I didn't pay for it. I'm probably gonna have to buy a new bike now.
don't
Um,
cycle a bike. Sorry, can I just ask what's wrong with the bike, Andy?
the back wheel needs to be replaced. Like the whole frame of the wheel needs to be replaced because it has been buckling. Like it's like they could put spokes in it, fix the spokes, but it's just like the actual metal is what he said. In fairness, there was no push. It was an
No, I know,
€8
but
charge for the check. And he wasn't pushing it at all, and he even gave me a printout of the stuff that needs to be fixed. He's like, do you want the printout of the stuff that needs to be fixed? So I could in essence essentially take this print off and go like to another guy and go like, this is what he said it needs to be fixed. So like they were pretty honest about it, but he said like,
but
yeah, it's not
oh,
going to be
sorry.
past another 10, like it's 10 years. And he told me don't cycle this bike, like it could collapse under you, you fat fuck. So
But like, why don't you replace the wheel? Is it more
he
complex
said
than that?
both wheels are need to be replaced, and then there's I don't know, I don't even know where the piece of paper at. Like when someone says you want to receive, I was like, yeah, I'll take that, yeah. And I have no intention of but yeah, you feel like there's authority in what you're saying, you know.
Exactly. You don't
There's
want to fucking give them an inch, Andy.
no.
You want
So
them to think, I
I'll
got my
take your
shit
piece of
together,
paper.
bro. I got my shit together. And then the second you walk out, it's into the back pocket, and then you wash those jeans,
Yeah.
and then you never see that receipt ever again.
But I
You
did.
pull it out.
I knew it was going to. Before I went up to him, I knew it was going to cost this much. He'd already called
Really?
me and told me this. So like I was kind of. So I'm kind of resigned that I need to buy a new bike, um, because I cycle a lot every day as well. So the bike was
Yeah.
kind of killing me as well. So I went up to. There's a Dutch bike shop very near us as well,
Mm.
where I had bought a bike previously. That one got stolen,
Oh,
and
yeah.
God, it's coming up. No, it was actually the last time I did a flea market. Actually, that bike got stolen. But the so I went up there and I was telling him about the distance I was traveling. So he let me take one of their kind of fancy bikes for a test drive. Just like get my stuff in and took it on like a 25-minute cycle. God, man, it was nice. It was
Was
nice.
it?
I just realized how much I've been in pain cycling for like the last couple of months or years. But just a really, there's this weird thing. It's like the chain in it is not a chain anymore. It's like a thing that goes in a car. Like, I don't know, he called it something, some sort of carbon belt or something like that. Does that sound
Oh yeah.
familiar to you? I don't know, but whatever it was, it's not a chain. So he said there's no need to
Okay.
oil it anymore or anything like this. The handlebars move up and down, so you can lean the handlebar down if you want to like go fast and be leaning into your cycle up. You can also just turn them up really easily and just like be a day, having a Sunday cycle.
Driving
So
Miss Daisy cycle.
driving Miss Daisy cycle, yeah. So I went there, and then I went back to the place where the Frosh Red, where I bought my original bike, and and he also was trying to kind of sell me a bike as well, and he was shitting all over the Dutch bike, saying like, yeah, they're great, but like it was because the Frosh Reds don't do suspension. They're like, no, we don't do suspension. He's like, and if you're anyway over 85 kilograms, then the suspension is not going to be any good for you. And he just looked at me.
And
And in
laughed.
fairness to him, he's bang on. It's like I'm pushing past a good bit past 85 kilograms. So yeah, some
Why?
big decisions to make.
I mean, it would be hard to justify spending 400 quid to repair a 10-year-old bike.
Yeah, no.
So, but my thing on bikes is like, again, maybe you don't need to get everything repaired, Andy. You know what I mean? But if it's in pain, but if it's causing you pain, if it's literally like,
and it
you're
is my
cycling on
mode. It is my mode of transport.
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
literally
Well, then,
like it's your car. Like for you have a car.
Mhm.
I need a bike, and I need it to be somewhat comfortable. So
yeah.
but anyways, so that'll be the plan. So flea market tomorrow. May raise a few pound, and who knows?
Yeah.
This time next week I'll have a new car for you, new bike for you. And,
Do you remember? Do you remember there was a period of time where like Rally were the fucking coolest bike?
Yeah,
They were like back.
My
Like we're
brother
talking
had
in the
an
90s.
Activator. Do you remember the Activator?
No.
It was one of I don't know if it was one of the first bikes that had like the suspension, like but like could really bounce around the place with like suspension.
Right.
You got this orange. I remember the color. I remember even reading on the bike the color that they called it was rust. Color was rust, which was
Cool.
a shit color for a bike.
Such a con.
It was such a shit. And now that I think of it, actually, it was a kind of an orange, but not orange, like dark, dirty orange.
It was rust. It's actually rust. It's like, we're not even going to bother painting this yet. We're going to leave it out in the yard for a month and then sell it.
But yeah. So
I bought one with my confirmation money. A bike. Remember, mountain bikes were the thing. There was nothing else even being sold because nobody wanted anything other than a mountain bike.
Yeah.
And
we weren't into like trick bikes, BMXs. I think that was maybe 5-10 years BMXs before us or after. Was it after us or before us?
Mountain bikes was after BMXs. Then BMXs came back again, actually.
Yeah.
So I bought this mountain bike again. So I was like 12, 13 years old, and it wasn't like your main stream brands or anything like that. It was like written on the side of it was Alabama Slammer. Was written on the side of it, and it was silver. It was really cool looking, and I was very cool. And then we were in the shop, and my dad forced me to buy a bike helmet, which was the darkest fucking bike helmet.
Back then, it was especially a
like
no-go.
It was just the fucking most stupid looking helmet. I mean, it couldn't have picked a worse helmet, you know. So
it still really looks. There is no cool looking helmet, man.
There's some are better than others. This was like you know the giant bowls that you bring a salad to a party in. That's what this was like, except it was bright red.
It's like an aquarium.
It was like, do you remember that movie Spaceballs where the guy takes the piss out of Darth Vader? It was like, that was the proportion. It was this giant helmet on my head. Alabama Slammer. And Andy.
Alabama Slammer.
Guess what bike I'm still cycling to this day?
You still got the Alabama Slammer?
It's the bike I use, man. The Alabama Slammer.
You cycled the Alabama Slammer into Limerick that time, and you were telling me you cycled bike.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Now it no longer says Alabama Slammer because Not because that's not cool, because it totally is. We can all agree that's very cool to have
Absolutely.
something like
Like
that
when we're
written on the
talking
side of your
about
bike.
names of things, whether it's bands or songs, the Alabama Slammer is like, I think there's a song in that. The Alabama Slammer can go
Rides
many
again.
directions.
Or is it like a trick of the light situation if you put the word slammer behind anything? Any word? Any Kilmarn Slammer?
Yeah.
No, not the same. Not the
No.
same. But anyway, so what? But I did have to. I had to like take it apart, like take everything off it, and like I had to take a lot of rust off it, and then repainted it myself, and like redo the bearings, put it all back together, and redo the brakes. And she's grand.
I think I remember you telling me about this job of you putting this bike back
Yeah,
together.
it was
So
back in
it was a
2013.
labor of love that you were this.
No,
This is just back when you moved back to Ireland, was it?
that's right. That's correct.
I
Yeah. So
remember you telling me about this. Yeah. I remember you talking about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And it works
The
fine.
Alabama Slammer. She rides again.
Yeah, no, this my Froschrad, my frog bike, as the direct translation in German, will not be. I'll keep it here, and I was thinking I'll keep it here, and I'll have it for you when you come over. There's going to be a bike waiting for you.
Cool.
You ride at your own risk. I have been warned not to ride this bike.
Okay.
But I will give it one last ride on Monday. Sounds weird, but I will give it one last ride on Monday to school. So let's hope to fuck that it doesn't collapse as I cycle down the hill, down Olympic Stadion, down.
Do you know the way we give each other a hard time if we break a seat or a couch or something like that, if we sit in it? We all agree that these things are on the way out anyway, but I mean, the joke is obviously that you're fatty, no friends. If you break a bike, that's a level up. Like that is really
It is.
level up.
It is. The spoke doesn't quite do it. The spoke is kind of just the comedy before the. It's
still quite funny.
The aperitif, or not the appetizer. Before the big fall. I do have
7
this
years of
vision,
French there.
but the most funniest way of the bike, like the braking, would be not that it falls and I'm crushed, but it
No.
bends. It's just like a spoon, like you're sitting at a traffic light and it just goes.
The axles just split. It is split into both of them at the same time. It just go. You drop a couple of inches, not hurt, but emotionally destroyed.
Not hurt, but emotionally destroyed. And the juggling guy at the traffic lights is looking at me laughing. People are giving me money.
Yeah, and the guy who was trying to sell those free newspapers for money, he's looking at you going, glad I'm not that guy.
Here's a free newspaper.
Yeah. Wipe away the shame.
Yeah.
Come here. We're already on 47 minutes.
I know, man. I was like, why don't we talk about the folk music in the first 10 minutes and then head on into the bullshit? But no, we have decided to just waffle on so long.
I think we covered some important ground.
And I still don't want to even just talk about the folk music. I want to talk about Father Donald Dynamite Casey and fucking the book I'm reading. I thought it was a great
Dynamite
name.
in reference to his lovemaking.
It was like this. It was the John B. Keane book that I'm reading. Oh, where the fuck's the book? I can't find it now. But it's Letters from a Parish Priest. I'm loving it. It's fucking really good. It's really,
Is it?
It's great. It's just letters back and forth between this priest called Father Morn and his nephew Joe, and just different people writing him letters, and like just things going on. I guess it's set in like the 19. Geez, I don't actually know. I'll have to fucking look it up. But yeah, it has to be a good while ago. But it's just like I just love these old stories. Like between him and Flann O'Brien now. And I just love these old ways of writing in the stories they're telling. Like in one part is like this guy called Dring, whose uncle used to be a parish priest, but was seemingly a bit of a miser. But he sees a young couple, like on the beach. He sees them running naked into the beach, running into the water. Like they're a young couple. Like she's a pharmacist and he's a school teacher, and he recognized them, and he thinks like they need to be arrested for this because I think being naked may have been breaking the law in public back in the day, I guess. But
well, in Ireland it still is.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Indecent exposure.
Jesus Christ. Really?
Oh, yeah. It's probably designated areas, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you can't be naked. You
God,
wander
there's
around
so many
naked.
places. I've seen so much this summer. So much. But but like the phrase he uses in the book is like, this drink guy saw the young couple running in, and he writes this to the priest. He's like, and I heard him distinctly saying, "Father, get moving or get mounted. Your posterior has me intoxicated." Is what they. And it's just like, get moving or get mounted. I just like thought it was a great.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, he writes to him, but turns out this priest knows the school teacher. He's a good school teacher. So the priest is kind of cool in this scenario, but he's very, very devout. Very devout priest. But yeah, I don't know. I guess with all things, like people have flexible morals, flexible ethics in all walks of life. People find the parts of religion that suit them, and that stretches to priests as well.
Yeah, they are human, but it kind of comes back to that letter of the law versus spirit of the law kind of a thing, You know what I mean? Like, there's laws there, and if you obey like the letter of the law, there's rules, and if you obey them like really strictly, it can kind of be counterproductive. But if you can, I think it's the spirit of something can sometimes be more important. I don't know. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like dogmatic observation of any rules without taking into account, let's say, the nuances of people's characters and their stuff like that. That's probably a recipe for disaster. That's my opinion. Anyway. So let them run. Let them run naked, Andy.
Get moving.
Let them mount if they want
get
to.
Mounted.
Yeah.
Get moving or get mounted. Your posterior has me intoxicated.
Funny, he was close enough to hear all that, but did they see him? Where was he?
I think
behind a massive sandcastle.
The way they got out of it then is that the priest admitted to it, but the young lad admitted to it to the priest when the priest confronted him. The priest then told him that, made up a story so the priest lied. He said that he was I have proof that that school teacher was in Cork visiting his sick mother and blah 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 blah, and just warned your man to shut his mouth and
okay.
Or he's threatening to sue you. And he knew that, knowing that his uncle was a miser, he knew that as soon as he heard that money was going, he might lose money, he would back off. And he did.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So he knew the character of the man. That helped.
Knew the character of the man, yeah. It's really like, I reading it now, I was like, because I've never read The Field or anything like that. I've never read anything by John B. Keane, I think. So it's, but you can kind of get that kind of, I don't know, morbid, dark Ireland kind of feel. Even though it's not dark, it's kind of funny, but there's also another character in it where she's kind of like, she's just talking about how you need to, the way it's written colloquially. So it's kind of, I don't know what kind of background the person is, but like it's written obviously that this person is talking extreme culty type accent, and she's writing to him asking the priest to somehow stop her husband from. She has 11 children and she can't have any more, but he keeps getting drunk and trying to come and ride me. And can you stop him, father, or something like that? Yeah, it's really interesting. Just a nice flyback.
Wow. But can you just explain? So John B. Keane wrote it. Did the priest give these letters to John B. Keane?
I think it might be a work of fiction, Ed. I think. I was shite.
That makes way more sense.
Letters of an Irish parish priest by John B. Keane. 50 pence, it says on the front. 50p.
Hard to come by that now.
Yeah. But no, I'd have to say it's all fiction. I would imagine it's a back and forth. I'll say that I don't know, but no, the letters are far too detailed.
There's nobody who could consent to that being written about. Get moving or get mounted.
Then again, I don't know.
Oh, silver-tongued devil.
So should we, since like we had an album that I sent to Ed, like 5 minutes left, it feels like a real
next week.
It feels like a disservice to do it. So what we could do, we could recommend it. People could listen to it, and then we could chat about it next week.
people can buy it on Bandcamp. It's
so
very, very good. So yeah, I would recommend that. Do that.
Yeah, so we'll chat about it next week. But yeah, so listen, listeners, go to Bandcamp and find an artist. I'll just get up the whole detail here now, so I'm not. Countess Markovic. I got so much shit up here now that I don't need. Had this whole thing organized.
Sexy pics of Countess Markovic.
Fucking, where the hell is this thing? Lordy. Must be on the last one here. No, that's nothing. Fucking
what exactly is it you're looking for, Andrew?
Just the names of the album and the
name of the album by Rufus Coates and Jess Smith.
And Jess Smith. Yes.
Not for the Gallery is the name of the album.
Oh, there it is. Yes, Not for the Gallery. Yeah. So it's on Bandcamp. That one was released in 2020, and they have another album that they released in 2016 called. It's a really, really nice cover of an album called Rufus Coates. Oh well, I don't know if Jess Smith is actually involved in that one. It says Rufus Coates and the Blackened Trees, but yeah, really, really beautiful voice. I met these two people, Rufus Coates and Jess Smith, at a party very recently, and we didn't talk about music at all, but I heard people talking to them about, or they had dropped that they were kind of over for some sort of gig, and then I looked it up and they were over for a music festival over here in Berlin, and really sad that I actually didn't realize this was happening beforehand, but just out, as where all great things happen, out in the smoking area, just kind of hanging and chatting, and they were just good folk. I said kind of to Ed before that, like I don't know if this podcast is landing on the music, but it's not. I'd love for it to land on just people. And as far as I could tell, they were two super nice people. A really good laugh. A couple of hours just chatting between different people, but just really nice humor. And they'd lived in Berlin for a couple of years, and I think they may have written one of the albums here, and they play music at an open mic that I never knew existed in a bar that I can no longer remember, but I will find it. It's called something Stube or something like that. But I'm going to find it's a Sunday night open mic that I'm going to attend. Probably not this week, but maybe this week. I don't know. And but Rufus Coates and Jess Smith, and the album is called Not for the Gallery. Please listen to it. Please buy it. Just trust us. If you listen to this podcast, if you stuck with us this long, then trust us that these artists deserve your support, and definitely deserve it through places like Bandcamp that will get the money directly to them, as opposed to just having a free stream on Spotify. Not a free stream, but you know what I mean. They'll get like
yes,
0.6 cent. I don't know what that works out. 0.6 cent. So they need to get
0.6%. Well, they definitely won't. They won't get it in hard currency. That's for sure. So only digital. Go into their bank account, but 0.6% rack up a lot of streams. Yeah. Anyway,
there is stuff on YouTube as well if you wanted to kind of experience them in the flesh as well. They're very, very nice people. Experience them.
Yeah. Get moving or get mounted.
They also have an OnlyFans if you really, really want to experience him in the flesh. Can see Rufus. Can see Rufus just slowly undressing for you. I don't know. I don't know him that well, and if he ever listens to this, I hope you understand, Rufus. Yes, but that's it. I think that's it for this weekend.
Yeah,
we got through enough folk music. I think everyone's had their fill of folk at this point.
4 minutes. I think that's all they're getting this week.
You enjoy yourself for the weekend. Take it easy. We'll catch up next week.
Andrew. Yeah, play us out there.
Get moving or get mounted. Never even got to tell you about Father Donald Dynamite Casey. Great name. I think he got the dynamite because of whiskey drinking. He was fond of the whiskey. A glass of the dynamite, he would say. Give me a glass of the dynamite.
I can't hear anything, it's too loud.